In this video, I'm going to break this game pretty much. So I assume you already know, but if you don't know, this game is about squeezing eggs. And then you basically, based purely off of guessing, hold down this egg using your left click and then release it. And the closer you get to the breaking point of the egg, which is all random, like now it's 9 seconds, but next it'll be something else. Now it's 6 seconds, blah, 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 so on and so on. The closer you get to releasing the egg right as it breaks, right before it breaks, the more points you get, basically. It's just a funny, goofy-all game. But basically, I think I've broken it. I think I've made the meta. I've found the secret that it basically lets you make this game easy and entirely not based on chance at all. So just watch this. I'm going to hold the ball for 1 second. I'm going to hold the egg for 1 second. I'm going to hold the egg for 2 seconds. I'm going to hold the egg for 3 seconds. I'm going to hold the egg for 4 seconds. Well, that was 5 seconds. Here's 4 seconds. There. And I can do this all the way up to the maximum time that the egg can, the maximum like final time of the egg, where it at most can take 10 seconds for it to break. And it's not because I have like a BPM, 60 BPM counter going on, or I just have a really good internal clock. It all has to do with this game of Pong going here. So in this game, on the third day, you unlock all these gadgets on screen. And one of them is this Pong game. So the time it takes for this ball to bounce on the wall is exactly 1 second. The time it takes for this ball to hit the wall and then go back, hit the paddle, is 2 seconds. The time it takes for it to hit the wall, hit the paddle, hit the wall again is 3 seconds. Okay, hit the wall, hit the paddle, hit the wall again, 3 seconds. So I call these hitters and wallers. So one hitter would be holding the ball, holding the egg for the time it takes for the ball to hit the wall and then hit the paddle once. So here's a one hitter. And the one hitter is going to be 2 seconds. And then a one waller is going to be the time for the ball to hit the wall once, which is 1 second. And then, okay, what if we wanted to hold for 3 seconds? Well, we wait until it hits the wall twice. Well, how about 4 seconds? We wait until it hits the paddle twice. Okay, hopefully this won't break. Well, it did, but anyway, you can see. I'll do it again. Okay, one paddle hit. Again, it's RNG how long it goes. So 1 paddle hit, 2 paddle hit. There we go, 4 seconds. So with this method, a quick way to remember the times is that all even numbers are going to correspond to a number of hits on the paddle. So for a one hitter is going to be 2 seconds. A two hitter is going to be 4 seconds. Let's see if it's going to allow me to hold it for 4 seconds. There we go, 4 seconds. Exactly there. And then 3 paddle hits would be 6 seconds. 4 paddle hits would be 8 seconds. 5 paddle hits would be 10 seconds. So all of the even numbers that you can hold the egg for is going to correspond to the number of hits on the paddle. And all of the odd numbers are going to correspond to the number of hits on the wall. So 1 wall hit is 1 second. 2 wall hit is 3 seconds, which is the next odd number. And then 3 wall hits would be 5. 4 wall hits would be 7. 5 wall hits would be 9. And then, okay, well, what if you want to do in between? What if you want to do 3.5 seconds or 2.5 seconds? Well, you release while the ball is in between the wall and the paddle. So normally, if I wanted to hit 1 second, I would wait for it to hit the wall like this, right? 1 second. But if I want to do 1.5, I let it hit the wall and then go between it, between the wall and the paddle, like this. That's about 1.5. So you can do this strategy with all the other wallers and hitters I've said. So if you want to do 2.5, you do a 2-hitter and then release once it's in between, half the way between the paddle and the wall. Okay, 1 hitter, bam, 2.5 seconds. Obviously, then you can cut it into, well, 1/3 of the way to the wall, or 1/4 of the way to the wall, etc., etc. But why would you want to do this? Why would you want to know how long you're holding the ball if the lengths that you can hold the egg for are all random. Well, it's actually not all random. And that comes in with the egg meter here and another gadget you get later on called the buddy. So I don't have him unlocked right now. I don't know how to unlock him on infinity mode. I don't know why. I've been playing this for a while. But usually if you get high enough score, you unlock buddy. But first, let's go to the egg meter because I already have it. So watch this. This is a 3, right? I'm just going to hold it for a random time. Now look at the final time, 5.4. Don't get it? Let's do that again. This is a 9, right? And look at the final time, 4.0. If you could guess, whatever the final time is of the longest you can hold the egg for when it breaks is going to be X number of seconds, 0.1 more than this number. So right now, the final time is going to be 0.4, something 0.4. Could be 3.4, could be 5.4. There you go, 5.4. This means it's going to be, okay, 1 more than 9 is 10. So the 10th place in the final time is going to be 0. There you go. Now, even now you'll think, okay, sure, I can tell the 10th place, but the 10th place isn't really that big of a difference. That's when Buddy comes in, who's going to spawn down here later on. Basically, he's an egg, like cartoon character that holds up flags. And those flags correspond to whether the final number will be even seconds or odd seconds or exactly 9 seconds. So he's going to hold up one flag for odd number of seconds, which would be 3, 5, and 8. And I think, never mind. 3, 5, and 7, and 9. Wait, no, just 3, 5, and 9. Sorry, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, this is convoluted. If he holds up one flag, it's going to be 3 seconds, 5 seconds, or 7 seconds. If he holds up both flags, both his left and his right, it's going to be 4 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds. So all of the even numbers. And if he puts both flags down, it's a guaranteed 9 seconds plus whatever egg meter 10th place number, you know? Right now I don't have Buddy, so I can't really use the flags, but another trick is that you know the minimum amount of seconds in this game is going to be 3 seconds. The maximum amount of seconds is going to be 9.9. It's going to be 9 seconds, the maximum whole number. So the strat, when you see a 7 here, is, well, the minimum is going to be 3.8. So to play it safe, I'll just let it get to 3 seconds using the Pong here. Maybe get to 3.5. So it's going to be 2 wall hits and then half the way back. A little less than 3.5. Here, I know it's going to be at least 3 seconds, or at least 3.1 seconds. So I'll just let it get to 3 seconds, maybe a little bit before 3 seconds. See? Because of that, even when it's the minimum, even when you have terrible RNG and it's not long enough, you're always safe and it's going to be perfect, you know? But once Buddy's here, you can say, okay, well, he has one flag up, so the minimum is going to be 3 seconds plus whatever this. And then if he has both flags up, it's going to be the minimum of 4 seconds, and then you can play to that. And then here's a cool trick. You can work up your streak by just safely doing the minimum right before the minimum. So even with worse RNG, you're always will be safe. And then once Buddy puts both of his flags down, you know it's going to be 9 seconds. So you can just hold out, okay, 1 wall hit, 2 wall hit, 3 wall hit, 4 wall hit, 5 wall hits will be 9 seconds, which I might not have the good enough RNG to get a 9-second thing here. 2 wall hits, 3 wall hits, 4 wall hits, 5 wall hits. You see, it was about half the way back, and it was about 8.4 max. But anyway, it's glitching out because it's saying, oh, you're low on HP. If you break enough eggs in a row, this meter goes down. But anyway, it's against the point. So with that being said, to summarize, if you watch the Pong game, the number of hits on the paddle corresponds to even numbers. 1 hit on the paddle being 2 seconds. 2 hits on the paddle being 4 seconds. If you just watch. It saved me. And then 3 hits on the paddle, 6 seconds. 4 hits on the paddle, 8 seconds. And the number of times it hits on the wall being an odd number. So 1 wall hit, 1 second. 2 wall hits is going to be 3 seconds. Now, 3 wall hits is going to be 5. 4 wall hits is going to be 7. 5 wall hits is going to be 9. then in conjunction with the egg meter, which tells you the 10th seconds, and then buddy, which tells you whether it's going to be an even or odd number, you have so much better of an idea of how long is going to be safe, how much long is going to be optimal, and how to hold it out for that length. So basically, you can break this game. You can, play perfectly, play optimally. So yeah, that's about it.